This isn't your average post-apocalyptic shooter, no running and gunning, no endless ammo. 1 hour, if I'm not impressed, Atomfall gets deleted. Let's go. So welcome to 1 Hour to Impress, the series where I give a game exactly 60 minutes to win me over. If it's good, I keep playing it. If it's trash, it gets deleted. No mercy. Today's victim is Atomfall, a bleak, slow burn survival game set in a radioactive 1950s Britain. It promises realism, stealth, barter systems.
I got some bits and bobs for sale.
You got some bits and bobs for me, Governor? And creepy bunkers just like Fallout. So let's see if it delivers what it promises.
Is anybody there? I need help.
So let's start out. You wake up in a bunker, you have no idea who you are, you have no idea where you are, you don't really have a clue about anything, and that's the story. I think this is one of its best points so far, is there's no overarching story, there's no main villain, there's no main quest line. You're an investigator, just trying to figure out what's happened and why. And this is surprisingly refreshing. For once they've created a game where you're not the main character. You're not the chosen one, you're not on some crazy revenge plot against some villain who did you wrong a long time ago or killed your family or something. You're just some geezer who's woken up in a world they know nothing about and you're just trying to figure out what's going on. And this adds a cool dynamic because there's no quest line where you're going to get promised rewards and in-game items and currencies, etc. You're just investigating stuff for the reward of finding out what actually happened to people and why. And I think that adds to the immersion of the game because you're not trying to embody something that you're not. You are learning at the same pace as the character, and unless you watch tutorials, you can't really predict what's going to happen next. Maybe you'll find something useful in this bunker, maybe speaking to this NPC will be worth it or not, maybe trying to take down a group of outlaws will be beneficial, but you don't know until you try it. Which sets me up for a nice little segue into the combat. I think it's one of the best apocalyptic shooters I've played in a while, and I would compare it similar to I Am Alive. And this is mainly due to the lack of ammo at hand. We don't know how long we've been in the apocalypse, and normally ammo dries up pretty quick in a crisis. So when you come across groups of enemies, you have to negotiate it. You have to think about which ones you're going to shoot, which ones you're going to use melee against, or just miss your shots completely. Oh shit! And as much as you want to be Rambo, the game just doesn't allow it. Oh my god! I'm so dead. Come here. I don't want to get caught. Don't walk into a group of enemies. Come here. Oh, I can see like 4 enemies. I'm so dead. Completely avoiding combat is optional and sometimes rewards you better than taking stuff head on. And this again highlights that you're not a one-man army. You can't just wander into an outlaw camp expecting to take them all down. And even if you can, is it worth it? Or is it worth saving your bullets for a fight you can't avoid later? Individual enemies are a problem, so a group of them is even more dangerous, and when you get hit with a plank of wood which has got nails through it, you know about it. You're not just going to walk that off. The one thing I would love to see is when you're coming up against melee enemies, if you could bluff them. You can aim your gun at them, shout at them, swear at them, tell them to back off, and they might believe you. Maybe this could scale with charisma. It would change the dynamic ever so slightly where you could dominate someone else in the apocalypse for once. The word that springs to mind is sonder. Every random passerby you come across is living their own vivid existence. What makes you so special? Everybody in the apocalypse is trying to live and get by and survive till tomorrow. Instead of having brutes that just run at you, it'd be quite nice to have some sheepish enemies that don't want to engage in combat just like you don't. This game is set in 1950s Britain and it shows. Instead of your atypical radioactive wasteland, which is a desert with a couple of tumbleweeds, you've got rolling hills and greenery and foliage and run-down old stone houses, which again is refreshing. It's not a carbon copy of another apocalyptic shooter.
Stay back. What are you doing in here? Who knows what might have followed you in?
Oh boy, the voice acting. How good is it to hear something other than an American accent? Hearing someone talk to you in a Brummie or a northern accent as a British guy is pretty cool, man, even if there is some comically stupid lines they come out with.
I got some bits and bobs for sale.
You got some bits and bobs for me, Governor? Even within the first hour, I came across a handful of NPCs which had different accents, different dialogue styles and different personalities, which is realistic. People travel, and unfortunately the apocalypse is not going to wait for you to get home to happen, meaning you're going to be stuck there, because the risk and reward of travelling 300-400 miles during the apocalypse might not be worth it.
You what? Boffins all died when their atom plant went up in flames.
And on to the final aspect of the game which I thoroughly enjoyed, which I found within the first hour, was the barter system. There's no currency in this game, You don't have bottle caps like Fallout, you just have items to exchange for items, and some NPCs value things more than others.
Ooh, now that's nice.
So to get good value for your belongings, you need to find the right NPC to trade with. So those are all the game mechanics and things I really enjoyed within the first hour of Atomfall, and it impressed me. It's a good game, and I will be playing more of it. The only downside is that there's no dialogue with outlaws, because I would love to bluff, shake down some sheepish NPCs for whatever they've got in their pockets. Now stick around for some raw footage just to see if you want to get this game too. If you enjoyed that breakdown of the first hour of Atomfall, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and leave any suggestions down below of games you want to see featured on 1 hour or less to impress.
This is your final warning. Leave. Bollocks! You'll be sorry! Bloody hell. Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble. Off with you, if you want to keep reading. Off you go, and don't come back.
Oi, what made that noise?
Your what? Oh, Christ. Die here. Stay. That's right. God, that's... Christ.